this ain't financial advice. Bitcoin is raging bulls. Take a look at this right here. Bitcoin coming out strong. 48,492. Okay, and Bitcoin, be as antiquated as it is leading the charge. We are getting closer and closer to that $1 trillion market cap and the over 50K. I'm saying next target is probably going to be in the range of, let's say, let me fix that real quick, 57K. And that's going to determine a lot of stuff. But if we look into the news and we kind of see what's going on here with Bitcoin and how large institutions are looking at it, the largest asset manager in the world is now invested in Bitcoin mining. If you go to read this article right here, you're going to see that they talk about BlackRock has now invested into Bitcoin mining. It is a $9 trillion company. That's what we mean by institutional money is now flowing into cryptocurrency. $9 trillion. Just the tip of the iceberg, if you ask me. They go on here to say that Fidelity Group also is getting in. So you got Fidelity, you got BlackRock, and then you also have the largest U.S. bank, JP Morgan, getting involved. Now, if we click over to this article right here, Lloyd's Banking Group is looking into hire digital currency manager. That's Lloyd's of London. The Lloyd's of London. And why do you think that is? Why do you think the wealthiest people on earth are now starting to get into crypto? Now, they're not going to FOMO or ape into Cardano quite yet, or not on the scale at which I think we'd love them to get into Cardano, but give it time. Because if they're looking at Bitcoin, they're looking at Ethereum, and it's not hard to see Cardano that far after, being that it's the #3 cryptocurrency in the world at $2.54. Smart contracts coming up. That's what I'm talking about. So check this out. Let's jump over to this right here. Crypto price predictions. So can Bitcoin hit $100,000? Can Ethereum hit $5,000? You tell me in the comments below. What are your Bitcoin price predictions? Because as of now, we are sort of tethered to Bitcoin. It is what it is. I know we'd all love it to be the other way. And it's going to take some parabolic moves and major developments on projects like Cardano to decouple from Bitcoin, or projects like Ethereum. Okay? It's going to take some mass adoption. And people are just going to have to wake up that these protocols, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, have inherently more value because of the ability for developers to build their own protocols on top of them. I just saw something recently where there's a big uproar about how the Bitcoin Lightning Network is so controversial within the Bitcoin. It's so crazy because Bitcoin people treat the Bitcoin white paper like it's the Bible. It's like people, and well, no, me personally, I don't interpret the Bible literally. You know, there's some very funny things in the Bible that would just not be applied to today, okay? And it's just a change of the times. It's a sign of the times. You can't live by one piece of paper written for the rest of your life. Could you imagine if in the year 2140, there's still Bitcoin maximalists saying, no, the paper is the paper is the paper. It's like people who are living by the Old Testament. Come on. Evolve with the times. Take what was important about that out of it and apply it to how life is today. But unfortunately, some people are like, the paper's the paper's the paper's the paper. And they will have to live under those regimes. The Taliban, okay? The crypto Taliban. All right. So we got Singapore. Now check this out. This is something that I found super duper interesting because I'm in real estate, is that this U.S. lender is working on accepting crypto for mortgage payments. Now that's super cool. Somebody actually commented below about how they were going to use their staking rewards to pay their mortgage payments. That's the dream. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're not Stake with Nerd, come Stake with Nerd. We're sitting at 18,171,000 Cardano staked. We're going to get this bad boy to the 60 million. I'm going to be eating Carolina Reaper peppers. Quick word from our sponsor.
Hey nerds! Do you want to come in the North Pool with me? Let's get the North Pool to 60 million Cardano. Stake with North and I will see you in paradise.
And we're back. So check it out. We have all this positive stuff going. But a lot of people say, do I sell? Do I sell? Do I sell? I can't sell. Okay? Because to me, the risk versus reward is so much greater. Okay? Yeah, maybe you lose a little bit. Okay? That's a reality. I'm not a financial advisor. If you want financial advice, I will give you one piece of financial advice. Go get a job. Look, you need to do what is right for you. I can't tell you what is right for you. Okay? All I can tell you is what is right for me. And I am holding on because I see the potential developments that could come to Cardano. I know too many people who sold at $1. I know too many people who sold at $1.50. Okay? And they are crying tears today that they wish they could change, but there's nothing you can do to change because when there's a parabolic movement and you're out of the game, you're out of the game. You got to be happy with what happened, okay, provided that you were profitable, but you have to be happy with what you do because at the end of the day, we are the ones who have to live with our own choices, okay? Nobody can make them for you. And deep down, you have the answers. You don't have to ask your mom. You don't have to ask your dad. You don't have to ask your best friend what you should do. You know what you should do in your heart of hearts. You are the best guide to your life. Too many people I see, they're always looking outside for the answers when right here in your heart, you know the answer. You know what's right for you, what's right for your family, what's right for your life. And you have to be okay with that if you made a choice that unfortunately wasn't correct because we're all susceptible to it. Okay, everybody's capable of making a bad trade. I disclosed a horrible trade that I made on here less than a year ago. Okay, now because of that, I've taken steps to not trade. I keep my seed phrases and my wallets not in my home. I keep it in multiple banks, multiple places that cannot be accessed easily by me with passwords that I couldn't guess or remember because my brain isn't big enough. That way, I don't get the FOMO and I'm able to HODL, hold on for dear life. Okay? That way, when super bullish news comes out, like BlackRock is buying Cardano, I haven't sold at $1.50. I didn't sell when Cardano hit 75 cents before smart contracts. Now, these are certain measures that I've taken to protect my wealth in the future because my plan for the future is similar to what this person is trying to facilitate on how do I pay for my house and my mortgage payments with my staking rewards. And I think that is the goal of a lot of people who watch this channel. How do we set ourselves up for the future? How do we set our children up for the future? I don't want to be in my 50s, in my 60s, in my 70s, and have my children say, Dad, how come you didn't see the blockchain revolution coming? You know, because it's like we look back on the dot-com bubble, okay? Yes, it was a bubble. We're all aware of that. But you could also look back and say, Mom, Dad, where were you when the dot-com bubble came? Well, we were involved in a basket weaving company or we got involved with this yacht chartering company. Why didn't you just build a website that sold books? Seems so simple, so easy, but it's really not because we're usually all invested in various different things. And when I say invested, not necessarily just your money, but your time. Okay? And if people don't have enough time to learn and research and understand the technology behind blockchain, they're not going to invest their money into it. They're just going to watch it sail by like a ship in the night. And then everybody's going to say, I wish I did that. Well, this is not the opportunity I'm going to let sail by. I'm going to board that ship and I'm going to sail that ship. Okay? Now, is it going to be Cardano? Only time can tell. Not financial advice. But what I can tell you is that if I'm going on probability and I'm going on how I see future developments and where I see the next generation leading to, could Cardano potentially be an infrastructure that hosts many many opportunities? I would say absolutely yes. In my own personal case, I don't know what's right for you. You know what's right for you. I mean, look at something like liquid finance that's coming out. Okay, I'm very, very interested in liquid finance. Now, me personally, I don't invest in things that don't have a working product. Okay, now you can say Cardano doesn't have a working product. Okay, they don't have smart contracts, but they have been very adamant about keeping up with the roadmap. Has every development come out on time exactly when they said? No. There are delays in things like this. There is competition. I think they lost some developers to Definity. That didn't work out so well for Definity. We'll see where that project goes. Who shoots up into the top 10 and then boils away? Cardano, to me, has staying power. Okay? But with the projects that are going to be launched on Cardano, I would like to see a working product, because those are going to be things that potentially have the opportunity to moonshot. So if you did sell out at $1, if you did sell out at $1.50 and you're profitable, or you broke even, or you want to, I don't know where you guys are. You're all in different places. There are some great opportunities on the way, but with great opportunities in the blockchain space, as you well know, there's great risk. There's an equivalent, if not higher risk, that you'll lose your shorts. It just is what it is. It's a statistical fact that there's a greater probability that new protocols will fail. Okay? There's a chance that Cardano may still fail. That's a reality. Okay? Now, speaking of the dot-com bubble, take a look at this. I want to look at two of these things. Look at Amazon. Okay? If this is the bubble, Amazon took 7 years to recover from $70. Okay? So from 2000 to 2007 to get back to $70. Now that could happen here, okay? But if you held on for another 3 years, you would have went as high as $182, okay? So in 10 years, because 10 years, 5 to 10 years is really my goal. I think I'll always own some ADA. I personally would really like to get involved in something that aids the development of future developers. That's really something that's top of mind for me. I want more people to come and build on Cardano, because I know it's going to, I don't know. That's incorrect. I misspoke. I have a great feeling and a good intuition that it's going to be an infrastructure that is stable, that people are going to come build on, that more institutional investors are going to find, and more institutional investors are going to see this as a plausible and pliable option for their own digital ledgers. Folks, today, if we look at the Dow Jones, now people are worried very much so about the stock market. I mean, look, the Dow Jones, let's see, in the last day, okay, it's up 0.36. Last 5 days, we're down 1.3%. Not too bad. What do you guys think is going to happen with the stock market? It's just really hard to say with all these markets. Our country is in such a place that it's never been before, at least in my lifetime and many of the people who watch this channel's lifetimes, that making these predictions, it's just a prediction. No one has a crystal ball to tell you what the future is. If they do tell you they know what's going to happen, they are lying. Okay? Nobody knows what's going to happen. Okay, we could experience deflation. That's a possibility. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it's a possibility. We could also experience hyperinflation. We just don't know. Okay, so we have to make our own choices and our own decisions when we're investing, when we're mitigating risk. You have to also say to yourself, how long am I going to be alive for? How much do I want to enjoy my life? How much could this potentially go to in the next 5 years? Can I hold off another 5 years? Where's it going to be in 5 years? These are all choices that we have to make for ourselves, okay? And at the end of the day, you have to be okay with what you do, okay? Because whenever you make a choice for yourself, you made it with your own best interest at heart. It doesn't mean that you're going to be right. And that's just something where you just have to say, you know what? I'm just going to let the chips fall where they will. Folks, I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you listening to me. And if I don't see you, I'll see you on the internet. I'm out.